Mr. Thompson here. We're looking at U.S. History Standard 11, examining connections between the rise of big business, growth of labor unions, and technological innovations. In particular, we're looking at Part C of that standard, examining the influence of key inventions on U.S. infrastructure, including but not limited to the telegraph, the telephone, and the electric light bulb. The infrastructure of the United States was changed over time by various inventions. Some of the most important inventions were influenced by the conduction of electric current that was realized in the 1830s. Transmitting electric current enabled instant communication by way of the telegraph and later by the telephone. In the 1870s, Thomas Edison changed American businesses and homes forever with the invention of the electric light bulb. The effects of technological advances forever changed how people lived and worked. The changes in communication, as well as the expansion of the railroads, helped to better connect the expanding West with the industrializing East. The transfer of information, resources, and marketable goods connected all regions of the U.S. Telegraph communication was the first nationwide information transmitter. Samuel Morse invented the technology in 1832. The telegraph machine received coded messages across electrical wires connecting long distances. Morse code is the system of dots and dashes that correspond to letters of the alphabet. Telegraph operators decoded the messages sent instantaneously across the telegraph wires. With the development of telegraph technology, businesses could be more efficiently conducted between industrial centers in the East and their sources of raw materials in the South and the West. The Civil War was the first war conducted with the use of widespread telegraph connectivity. Abraham Lincoln and his Secretary of War, Edward Stanton, received almost daily updates at the Washington, D.C. telegraph office from various fighting fronts and were able to coordinate the war based on real-time information from the field. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell further expanded on the telegraph's capability for instant communication. He invented the telephone, which allowed for voice-to-voice communication over electric wires. As was true for the telegraph, the telephone impacted the U.S. by allowing instant communication. With the invention of the telephone, conversations were more efficient and true discussions between individuals was made possible even in distant locations. Thomas Edison was one of the most famous and successful American inventors. He invented a wide variety of technologies and held over 1,000 patents. Edison established the concept of industrial research, which allowed him to develop and expand his wide-ranging ideas. He founded a research laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey, that was staffed by engineers and technicians under his direction. One of Edison's most revolutionary inventions was the electric light bulb. Not only did this development allow factories to be lit and operate 24 hours a day, but the light bulb also illuminated buildings, streets, and neighborhoods across the United States. The light bulb was developed in the 1870s and quickly replaced the more expensive and dangerous lamp oils that burned for illumination. With greater technological innovations such as the telegraph, telephone, and electric light bulb, came greater connectivity and productivity for the development of industry in the US. The late 1800s was a time of great change in the way people lived and conducted businesses, in part because of these inventions. Communities invested in the technology that in turn cut costs to individuals. The US became a contending industrial producer during this time period, in part because of the efficient production of products and the ease of communication for businesses across great distances.